Let's go straight to the Skype wall because Matt has done just that. Matt is English, but you want to talk about the danger of the Italians. By the way, Flash almost fell off his chair when he thought that somebody was coming on to talk about the danger of the Italians.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, I've been speaking about this for the last few days. I just don't think Spain and Germany are going to win it personally, and I think that it's going to be a team like Italy. You know, they always get there, don't they? You know, it's not always pretty, but in these tournaments, you don't concede a goal, then you've got a chance, haven't you? And they've got a great defence, and they've got players capable of scoring one goal. And who knows, you know, I think they've got a group that they can get out of. I don't think Ireland really are all that. They've got Croatia as well, who really I don't rate. And so the Spanish, they might get a draw. And in all honesty, I just think that there's a chance for Italy to go all the way. You know, I think they've got this mentality. They've got all these problems again. But in 2006, they won the World Cup with these problems. And I just don't think you can write a team like that off. I also think France have got a chance as well. But, you know, I'll put my money on Italy. You know, I do think that they've just got this, something about them. You know, the way Juventus have been this year, the way Pirlo's played, the quality of Buffon, Chiellini in defence, and Balotelli at front. They've got some players in there that can cause a lot of damage.
Right. I tell you what, he's right. He's just loaded up. Listen, he's like, you know, you go back to 2006, they had a pile of problems there.
Okay.
And they win the biggest prize of all.
Matt, you obviously listen to what you actually say, and you believe in what you say, don't you? You've just described England. He has. Every word you were saying, we've got players that can score one goal. We don't let goals in. We will be dour. It won't be pretty. And I'm thinking, England, that's all you're describing to me. Let me tell you about Italy. Okay, they're ageing. They're reliant on Balotelli, who everyone knows what Balotelli is. He can be unbelievably brilliant, or sent off, or he'll do something crazy. So he's a liability. You can't go into a major tournament. You've got Di Natale. You've got Cassano, who had heart problems this year. You're looking at Daniele De Rossi and Andre Pirlo, who have then got to bring in maybe Marchisio to give them a bit of energy because they're so old. Yeah,
Thiago Motta?
You think De Rossi's old? I think De Rossi's top quality. I think Pirlo's
he was 4 years ago.
You know, much better than Gerrard. You know, I think Balotelli is a better player than Carroll. I think Di Natale has shown how prolific he's been in the last 3-4 years. I think they've got a much better squad than England. You know, and they've got a much better unit. England's problem is they've got a manager who's just come in, and although he's going to be organised and compact, I just don't. I'm struggling to see England getting out of the group, to be honest. I don't see them winning enough. I think maybe even 3 draws might happen. You know, this England team have got no experience when it comes to here about getting through, whereas Italy have. You know, Italy have been there before.
Let me just, on Balotelli, how crucial is he? I mean, I was reading something today. Thiago Motta, of course, who was with him in Inter Milan, he's now at PSG, you know, saying how reliant they are on Balotelli being at the top of his game. Because if he is that, then yes, things can happen for Italy.
Well, I think without Balotelli, Man City wouldn't have won the league this year. I mean, everyone has a go at what he does bad, but what he's done well, he's been amazing. That the 6-1 defeat against United, Balotelli was amazing that day. You know, and I think this guy is, when he wants to play, he can play, and I think he'll do well. One issue I have though is the racism things that he's come out with and said. I understand, you know, I don't agree with what he says about killing people, but I understand his issues about it, and I also think that, you know, if people get on his back, he might walk, he might cause problems. He might do something, and there is a risk that if Balotelli will be a red card away always, you know, one tackle or one incident away, and if that happens, Italy could self-destruct. But I still think they've got quality in Cassano and Di Natale and Pazzini to still score goals. You know, that the issue isn't just Balotelli, but I think when he plays, they can really do well, you know. But I still think Italy, they could play for 0-0 and go into penalties. I don't think they don't care. They've been there before, and that's the difference. I think they believe in their ability to do that, whereas some sides know that if they don't win the game or they don't score 2 or 3 goals, there's always a problem now for them. And I'm talking maybe about Netherlands and Portugal there. I don't think they've got the mentality to get through to those extra time stages.
Matt, thank you very much for your thoughts. Fantastic. And, you know,
don't stick too much money on Matt.
I'm putting it all on them. All right, cheers,
their
guys.
preparation, you know, they lost 3-0 to Russia, didn't they? They had the game against Luxembourg cancelled because of the earthquake in northern Italy.
Yes.
You know, it is kind of one of those stories where it's all gone pear-shaped in the build-up. It could actually.
Well, but again, I think that reflects straight back to England's story. England are exactly the same. We're going there basically in turmoil. because no one's got any expectations of us doing any good. We're setting up like the Italians did in 2006. Just let's not concede a goal. Let's try and nick one in the 90.
Stay ahead of the game with Sports Tonight Live. Don't miss a thing. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search for Sports Tonight Live on Facebook and like our fan page. Follow Sports Tonight TV on Twitter and tweet us your thoughts and opinions. Sports Tonight Live, it's the platform for the fans.